the show Inside Jokes. I'm Sandra Carusi with Nick Nemeroff.
Of Skate-Orty.
Skate-Orty, ha ha ha, because I can't pronounce it because I'm oldish, kind of. Speaking of Amish.
Speaking of oldish, I'm
Amish.
Amish.
Amish Patel.
Amish Patel. My
Boy
name is Amish
wonder.
Patel. Yeah.
He's doing so well. We're going to talk about that.
We're gonna
Dean
talk
Young
about
and Elio, social media know-how, social know-how, are, he's our pundit on social media.
Boom. Got it.
And what was your question to him? Because a big part of comedy is the social media integration. Of course, there's a couple things going on, actually. There's the stand-up comedians, there's the sketch artists, there's the comedy world. And then there's this new breed of Instagrammers that we were with at Postachino Restaurant. And there's a lot of people now who are kind of...
Live too.
Coming, what?
Facebook Live.
Facebook Live,
Oh,
that's
she
changed a
definitely
lot.
knows about that.
Oh, shit. Okay, am I abusing it? Just a little bit.
You saw it yesterday?
What's
10
too
times
much?
in a row?
Yeah, but what's too much? Facebook. Yeah, what? It just happened.
But
in
it's
2
good
days in
though,
a
because
row.
I've never used it once.
Just stay
so
on
you
a
make
little
up for
longer,
that.
but don't. You went on and off. You went about 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
Right? Just stay on for a bit. Even 5 minutes. Most networks, you want it to be quick, a little bit, like on Instagram, quick hits, so 15 seconds or so. But Facebook Live, bring people into the story. Bring them into where you are. Stay on there for like, say, 3, 4, 5 minutes. It needs to build an audience.
Right. Have a
So,
real conversation.
People are starting to join
Yes,
and
build
watch
a story.
Do they
have
get
like a
saved
real
after though?
conversation.
What?
I think so.
After you do one,
Yeah,
does it
yeah.
stay on
It's
your
like a
timeline?
video forever. Yeah. I think
Uh,
so.
I did it from
It
just
pulls-
for
Yeah.
laughs.
Well, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, they stayed on all that. By the way, if you go to Inside Jokes Facebook page and go back to like July, August, I have some great Facebook Live with Russell Peters.
yeah.
We were having
Yeah.
so much
Greg
fun.
Proops we did.
Greg
Yeah.
Proops
At JFL, eh?
At JFL.
That's great, yeah.
We had so much fun.
Have you guys have you noticed though that like with all these new websites, they go shorter and shorter, but then podcasts, like the biggest podcast, 3 hours. Like
Yes.
Joe Rogan's podcast,
Yeah.
3 hours long. Like all the big podcasts are like an hour.
Like Howard Stern's radio
It's
show
'cause-
used to be
yeah.
like that too.
It's because it's
Podcasts are all
background.
very passive, though. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And the other stuff,
po-
you have to actively watch it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You can just kind of put it in the background and go
Yeah.
about your day. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
It's like Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction's a good movie to put on while you're doing laundry and stuff. Or having sex, whatever you're doing.
All right.
Just
It's
So
because
the
how
the
do you-
background.
conversations are so real.
Yeah.
Amish, how do you
right.
use social media? So you have so many projects going on right now. You do your
Right.
weekly
I'm
dump.
I'm focusing on like brown material, like fade to brown, because I find that when I put up a brown video, it gets like 5 times more hits, and it's like I love doing it. You know what I mean? So I just did one. I did one called Just a Tip, and it's basically a tip about how like if your parents hate you because you're not a doctor or whatever, then you should just bring up like another cousin of yours who's like in jail, and then they love you, and then they're like, oh my god, hey. This guy just tells jokes. He's great. You know what I mean? So it's like it's all about like relative. But that video, like, it just got 3,000 hits. I never really promoted it, but it's on Facebook.com/fade to brown, and it's a good tip. People are like, hey, this is like actually a real tip, and like people will text me like, hey man, the last video was great. You know what I mean?
So,
See what kind of exposure that is? And you're tagging the people in there with you as well, right?
I mean, it's just by myself,
By
and then I
yourself?
dress up as my dad, and I do
Yeah.
that. I should tag my dad, but he's not online.
Nick Nemeroff, what's your tip on social media? Like what the work you're doing? What's the strategy behind what you're doing?
My strategy is try to be as dumb as possible online and just do what you think is funny, I guess. And yeah, try to build a following that way. Because if you're doing whatever you find funny, then hopefully that's probably what's going to
But you
connect
make
you.
it sound so easy. It's not that easy.
True, it's not easy at all. In fact, it's very hard. But I think, I don't think there is an easy way to go about it. You know, you can do the follow a million people and then get them to follow you back, that kind of thing. But I don't know. There's something not as genuine
Organic,
about that.
yeah.
Yeah, you just do your own flavor and whatever comes along with, like, promote yourself as much as you can, of course. But
And
right.
do your own thing and whatever comes along organically, like...
Yeah, and I think also
Right.
just try out like a million different things and then
Yeah.
find out whatever
Yeah,
works for
yeah.
you.
Well,
It's
like
so
anything.
much work. Sorry, Elio.
No, it's not just a lot of work. It's a lot of time. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It's work
Yeah.
is time, right? But the thing is, literally put a little strategy together. Think about what you want to focus on, right? You want to bring out your videos, but you also want to mention other people's videos, share their other funny comedian stuff. But it's not just about you. Remember that majority of social is typically, like, let's say 70%, 80% should be referencing others, showing
Yeah,
their stuff.
yeah.
Why?
It's social.
Interesting.
Then you're
It's
actually social.
Yeah.
And then it's some of you.
Interesting.
Not everybody wants to just hear about you. Imagine I came in and just talked about social now the whole time. You kick me out of here. So get a mix of stuff. Today you're on the show. Mention Sandra Carusi. Mention at Social Know-How Inc. And basically bring us into the conversation, right?
That's a great tip, and
Yeah.
I think what's happened with social media, it's like people are abusing. I saw somebody bashing somebody on FB their FB Live was, okay, don't use FB Live when you're in the line at the grocery store with no content to it.
Yeah.
Like, because it's
No one
intrusive.
who
Because
cares?
because
Yeah.
when you go on, it
Yeah.
just pops up, and I have to watch you doing this. Like, at least
Right.
entertain me or whatever. And I think,
It autoplays whatever awful thing you're doing. That's
Yes.
it's really
I
like
will-
a form of abuse. So why
I
are you-
will make a pledge to literally never be FB Live. I've never done it yet, and I have probably never will.
It's addictive. Once you
Oh,
try
yeah?
it.
Once
I
you
have
do
no
it's
interest in
addictive.
doing it. It's
well,
like I have
it is
enough bullshit on
narcissism
there.
at its best.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I am number one. Like, I'm not even going to lie about
Yeah.
who I am on that.
Like,
But I was...
Candy Mountain with my kids, not you, but just people are doing
No,
this.
no.
It's like,
Yeah.
I do it where I think it's interesting for the audience because it's like a radio show to me. And so
Yeah.
I was at a Christmas party, a radio station Christmas party, and there was interesting people there, and you never know what they're going to do. When I was at Just for Laughs in the summertime and using Facebook Live, you know, it was a party and there's comics everywhere. So
Whatever, yeah.
I was walking up and like I said, Russell Peters and I had this hilarious conversation. Clayton Peters, Tom Green. I
Yeah,
kept bumping
everybody was
into
there,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy Hotz, and you get them in a very organic, kind of natural state
At the Hyatt bar.
at the Hyatt
Yeah,
Bar.
yeah.
So, anyways, don't abuse FB Live, right? That's the
You're
rule
on
that
live
we're
right
saying.
now, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We're
Well,
on it
look
right
at
now.
me now.
I think it's a bad tool because people need like a breathalyzer to make Facebook status updates to begin with. What are people going to be doing on Facebook Live at 3 a.m? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to see some of that actually.
Pornhub.
I want to see
Yeah,
some disasters. Yeah.
That's
I want
gonna
to see some.
start
Yeah.
to-
Yeah, right?
It's going to start
I want to
getting
see
ugly
somebody
really
like
quick.
slamming people on their FB Live.
Yeah,
next to
yeah.
them, like, I'm so sorry.
You know, one of the
Or
things,
like,
honestly,
or like right after a breakup, but just do
Yeah.
it live.
Oh, God. Thank God I
Indeed,
didn't
thank
have that.
God.
But indeed. Oh my
That's
God.
reality versus the fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what,
Yeah.
the
I'll
Facebook
never
Live-
use it though. I
It'll put you on
decided-
top of your feeds. It'll alert your audience that who's
Yeah.
following you,
Yeah,
that you're live,
yeah.
and it puts you
Yeah.
on the top of basically their newsfeed.
Right.
You know
I didn't
how
know
powerful
that.
it is?
That's great. Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
have to
that needs to
engage
be
with the
huge.
people you're FB living with because they're writing to you underneath and you
Mention
should
Oh yeah, you gotta
mention them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, think about
Okay.
it. You're acknowledging them. They're watching you. They want to
Yeah.
be part of what you're into.
And then while you're watching, their little like thumbs up and stuff, it
Yeah.
like floats around. So you're
Yeah,
like,
the little
oh, look,
hearts.
they got a little thing.
Yeah.
I
It's
some Instagrammer guys were on, and I just to piss them off, I just kept pressing heart like over and over, and they're going, "Wow, who's sending us all? It's all from me." That's what a mom does when the kids go back. Stupid stuff. But I'm very impressed with what you guys are doing. That's why we like to highlight you.
Right.
And so, where can we find your stuff, Nick Nemeroff?
You can find it at Nick Nemeroff, at Twitter and Instagram, and just YouTube Nick Nemeroff, and hey, I'll be there.
Amish Patel. You have a lot of stuff going on.
So
brother.
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are all at Fade to Brown. And if you check that out, I put up videos all the time. I post. I tell people about my shows. You can find it all there. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Fade to Brown.
And
/
soon
Fade
on
to Brown.
Kevin Hart's LOL.
Yeah.
Did he launch the site yet?
No. It's still all in pre-production.
Yes.
It's going.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So impressed.
Yeah.
And Dean, talkhole.co.
I'm not on any of these things. Just send me a letter to 391 Kingston Road, M4L1V1. I will respond by post within 12 weeks.
Like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
with a pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. And Elio, social know-how, he's going to help your business
Yeah.
grow like we do here. Thanks, Vince, and the whole Inside Jokes crew. I'm Santa Cruz. Tune in every Sunday night at 8 o'clock, AM 640, and also on iTunes. And what are you trying to say, Vince? What do you want to say?
Against the grain.
And thank you so much, Against the Grain Urban Tavern. We're going to go get finish
Maybe go
eating
eat
now.